What's good, everybody? So, as of recently, I think it was just yesterday, the former Nike president and CEO has just stepped down. And no, it's not because of Diddy. It ain't because of Diddy. But you might be wondering, in all seriousness, what does this mean? Why did he do that? And what is the future for Nike? Well, as of recently, Nike stock has been going down and down and down. Their sales are basically at an all-time low, and they're not competing with any of the other brands such as Asics and New Balance. And so the stock rising instantaneously after bro got dropped down means a couple of things. One, people knew that him being in office was a failure. They saw that him being in office was no real future for Nike because he was going to keep on doing the same thing, and the same thing is obviously not working. And now I know before, when they first saw the decrease in their sales and on one of their earnings calls, he had said that they were going to stop looking towards production with certain things such as Jordan Retros, Nike Air Forces, Nike Dunks, and I thought that was a good transition to go because those aren't the same things that are really selling anymore, and they have to compete with Asics and New Balance coming out with these very cool and stylish and comfortable runners that Nike just can't produce because they're either way too expensive or they're just way too clunky and big for you to even want to put them on your feet. But then right after that, we have 2025 where they're just releasing literally every Jordan that you could possibly think of from your childhood to now. You dig what I'm saying? So obviously he wasn't going to be making any changes in the near future. And it probably just came to a point where he said, you know what, this is just a good time. I'm going to go ahead and step down. I'm going to retire before I get fired, because getting fired is way worse than just stepping down. You could speculate a couple of things with just retiring versus you get fired. Firing is just, bro, we can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how long you've been here. I think he's been there for like 35 years. So yes, the stock rose probably by like $10, maybe I think 10%. I don't really know the percentage wise, but it went from like 70 to now it's like 87 now. So that's a significant increase. So what do I think that is the future for Nike? Well, they haven't had anybody to necessarily replace him, but I think everybody over at Nike already understands what they need to do. They need to stop making the same thing because it's not working. The demographic is different. The main people that are buying it are TikTok influencers, little kids 18 and below. So these Jordans that people used to fantasize over because they used to idolize Michael Jordan as literally a higher figure, which is crazy. But this current generation, they don't do that anymore. So all of these Jordans that are releasing, they don't care for them. You feel me? And so I think that once they get back into somebody to replace them into office, I think that they will go back into the focus of putting focus on different aspects of the company. And there's a lot of ways they can do that because I think they actually have some very good models that compete with New Balance and all these other companies if they just market it right and focus it on that. For example, I think the Nike Vomeros are just like an untouched gem. They released them, everybody loved them, and they just said, we're not going to create no collabs. We're not going to get any celebrities to back it up. We're not going to do any marketing. It's just on the shelf. And if you're saying you're going to look at it on the shelf, you're going to go walk, this is what you're going to do. And we're talking about the standard customer who just needs a new pair of tennis shoes. Go to the mall with your family, walk into the Foot Locker. You browse around the shelves about 3 different times, and you come into this one and you say, this one's been catching my eye quite a bit. Let's go ahead and just try this on. It looks cool. Let's see what it's hitting for. You try it on and you realize, well, this is actually really comfortable, but it actually has a cool, sleek look to it that I can rock around. Maybe even go out with it instead of just working out and hiding in the gym because my Nike shoe, only way to get it comfortable is for it to be extremely bulky and big and clunky. And that's it. That's how people are going to have to find out about Vomeros. Untapped gym, which I think that should be Nike's #1 product right now, honestly. They also have another product. The Nike 2K Pegasus is one of their retro shoes that they're trying to bring back. I love that shoe. And the only reason I bought it was because it looked cool, it looked a little different, and I just bought it. And when I tried it on for an unboxing video, which you guys can check it on my channel, it was probably more comfortable than some of my Asics and New Balance, I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's a shoe that I get the most compliments on. Whenever I wear those out, I get more compliments over my hype stuff, over my Asics, etc. Because no one's really seen this before. And so just imagine if they know that it's comfortable too. Oh my gosh, they could do numbers, bro. Another thing that I think they should focus on is diversing their portfolio with whoever's being an influence for Nike. You know, we lost Virgil, rest in peace. And now I think they just literally just spam Travis Scott. They think that's the only person that people care about. And now we don't even care about the Travis Scott's dropping anymore. So let's go ahead and bring back some new celebrities, some new influencers, just to diversify. Let's bring some of the athletes more into the limelight. Let's get some really good lifestyle looking shoes coming out and about. J Balvin, he does a good job, but I don't think that's not a person that you can base the whole thing around, because his shoes are more for just really colorful and vibrant vibes. That's not going to cater to everybody's liking. And some of his shoes I don't even like. The twos, they're just too wild for me. Or the twos, the ones. The twos were just trash. But I think they should bring out some new people. Let's get some of these influencers. Let's get some of these TikTokers. Let's get people that are controlling the internet. Somebody like Kai Cenat. Those people, they have a real strong influence on the main demographic right now. If you go out to them, and I think I even heard of them getting some brand deals, but nothing came about of it. Like I said, I feel like they said some of the things and they were trying to go in certain directions, and maybe the president was holding them back because he was just so stuck in his ways and he wasn't used to the change. I don't know the intricacies of it and how deep it goes, but that sounds like what it is, and that's why he finally came to the realization stock is at an all-time low, sales at an all-time low, no one's really rocking with us no more, maybe somebody else can do it, I'm gonna just go ahead and step down, see what they can do. And obviously everybody agreed with this, because time he stepped down, no replacement or anything, the stock shot straight up. So do I think this will make Nike the #1 big dog again? Honestly, I don't know, because one, it really depends on who's going to replace it and if they see the vision correctly, right? And let's just say that everything goes perfectly fine. How long does it take for Nike to revamp their image? Honestly, I think that more people still know about Nike more so than these Asics and these New Balances. And the thing about New Balance and Asics, I don't think they'll necessarily, well, I wouldn't say New Balance. I'm still iffy on New Balance, but for sure Asics, and you might think the same thing about New Balance, you can just let me know in the comment section below. But a brand like Asics, people are literally forcing themselves to wear these Asics because it's a trend. I see a lot of people in real life, in real time, not rocking the Asics because they just don't know how, but they saw it on TikTok. They saw that everybody else is rocking with it, so they're gonna rock it too. Not necessarily rocking it right. And these are some fashionable people. Just by looking at this person, I know that they can dress well, just not with Asics. Because the thing with Asics, and is what's different from New Balance, is that Asics, they got the same exact shoes from back in the day that people were getting made fun of, and it just became popular. And they added some new colors. They had a couple collabs here and there. New Balance, at least they gave us some new silhouettes, some new models, some new colorways. So I can get down with that. But some of these Asics, I just can't, because those are literally the same shoes that me personally, I made fun of, folks. If you walked in class, if you was in the cafeteria and I looked down at the table like this and I saw some Asics, boy, I'm getting on you for real. And that's why I only got one pair of Asics. I'm a sneakerhead through and through. I'm locked in at this point. It's a blood pack at this point. But I'm not finna just hop on no trend and I'm saying not get nothing out of it. So Nike is not a trend company. Nike has been that big dog. But now that they didn't want to hop on the trend, they fell back. So I do think that they could eventually get to this #1 spot. But it is going to take some things, and maybe some of the things that I mentioned earlier in this video, to maybe incorporate that. But once the hype comes down from the Asics and the New Balance, because honestly, it all really just rotates. It just continuously rotates. I don't even know what the next trend is going to be, right? So, but since Nike just has that solidified name, solidified spot, no one is ever going to say Nike is trash, Nike or Jordan is trash. There's going to be some trash models, some trash products, but brand as a whole, No one's ever gonna say that because they've just done too much in totality. You dig what I'm saying? So as long as they do something right, as long as whoever comes to replace this CEO, if they just, because I think the people, like I said, I think the people on the board knew where they needed to go. But I think that he was holding everybody back, and that's another reason why the stock just instantly shot up. Because like, oh my God, he's gone. Now we can actually do the things that we need to do to get ahead of the game. So as of right now, I think they have time to get in a better position. And I think this is actually the perfect time for him to step down, because right now we're in a sneaker slump. Right? No one's really buying sneakers. Yes, we got the hype right now, Asics, da-da-da. They're affordable. They're easy to grab. Sure. But there's going to come to a point, like I said, no one's going to want that anymore. It's going to die out. And it's like the people are going to be asking, where do we go from here? Now, if Nike uses this time correctly and efficiently, by the time that time comes around, they'll already be ahead of the curve, and they'll have a product, they'll have a campaign, etc., that will already be ahead of the curve, and we'll be ready to go back to our roots, because that's the top dog. That'll forever be my top dog, and they just have the potential to do a lot, especially with 2025 still. 2025 isn't going to get canceled with all the sneaker releases coming about. So if they add something on top of that, oh my gosh, 2025 and moving forward, that could be really huge for Nike. Because my biggest thing with 2025 was, where's the longevity, or where does Nike go after 2025? Because I feel like bringing out all these sneakers was a super desperation move. But now if you have somebody, it's like a former CEO, he said, we're going to release all these Jordans. That's cool. We can't change that. People are happy. No one's complaining about it. So people are happy about it, whether they buy it or not. They're happy about it. But now if you give us a new CEO and he's like, well, hey, I know you guys have been wanting comfort. I know you guys have been wanting to see something new, see some new people brought onto the team. I got this for you. And it's something good. Oh my gosh. There goes the longevity. It's there. We have something. Now, is pockets going to be full? I don't know. It's going to be a full year. We're going to have a new president, except there's a whole lot of different variables that you can throw in there. But as of right now, I think it was a really great move for Nike to do that. I think they're in a good position if they play their cards right. And we can see Nike having a very good and profitable future, and hopefully some better products. Like I said, I'm a Nike guy till the day I die, and I would love to see something new and innovative that they've been claiming to want to bring to the limelight. So let me know what you guys think about the whole thing with Nike and the CEO, because I don't think they're in trouble whatsoever. I think that was maybe a common misconception, that just because of this step down that they're going to do bad, but it's actually just the complete opposite. But you guys can let me know, what are your thoughts about everything? What do you seek? What do you want from Nike in the future? What do you hope to gain from a new direction in the company, a new person in office? So let me know all that in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.